According to this article from Eurogamer, Valve is facing another lawsuit, this time for threatening publishers that don't artificially maintain price parity. This article gives an example of Valve threatening to delist all editions of Rainbow Six Siege after Ubisoft offered a cheaper version through their own store. Now, should artificial price parity be a thing? The answer is obviously no, but I'll explain why. If Ubisoft sells a game through Steam, Steam takes a 30% cut of the sale. So if a game costs $70 on Steam, you pay $70, Steam takes $21, Ubisoft takes $49. In theory, Ubisoft should be able to directly sell you a game through their own store for $49. There's no middleman involved, so you pay less and Ubisoft makes the same amount of money. But if Steam enforces price parity, Ubisoft is forced to either raise the prices on their own store or take a huge loss on Steam. Steam is using its market dominance to make sure it doesn't get cut out by passing the additional costs on to you. But this is not at all surprising. This is consistent with their other behaviors. If a company is willing to sell a computer with an operating system that more or less only supports their own store, and they're willing to sell a controller that more or less only supports their own store, then I'm not at all surprised that they're engaging in other anti-consumer behaviors. And this calls Steam's entire value proposition into question. If Steam is primarily celebrated for being the cheapest place to buy games, and Valve is using anti-competitive behavior to artificially raise the price of its competitors, the whole illusion freaking explodes. And if you still don't believe that this is happening, just ask yourself a simple question. In what way does it make sense for Steam, a third-party store, to organically be the cheapest place to buy games? It doesn't make any sense at all. X plus 30% is more than X. It should always be cheaper to buy games directly from the publisher store. So something that should never be the case is almost always the case, because it's artificially maintained. And look, I don't hate Valve. I just call out BS wherever I see it. And Valve has been kind of shady lately. At the very least, no less shady than any other company we love to hate. With the child gambling, the illegal adult activity games, the walled garden shenaniganery, and now this, I feel like a fair amount of criticism is warranted. But for whatever reason, whenever Valve ends up in front of this little cat with a wrench, there's always a fair amount of automatic pushback. And I don't get it. Is it like a cult or something? Someone please explain it to me in the comments. I think Valve runs a solid store. They made an absolute banger in 1998. I don't feel like I owe them any special allegiance, and I think they should be expected to do better just as much as anyone else. Oh, and there's been a bit of a development, so I wanted to make sure to cover that too. Gabe has since stated that Valve does not have a policy or practice of dictating prices to third-party software developers on other platforms. See, Gabe chose his words very carefully here, because this is not what Valve was accused of. Valve is not accused of telling developers where to set prices at on their own stores. They're accused of demanding that the Steam price be no higher. Like, he tried to trick you, but I won't let him.